So what are we going to talk about, guys? What are we going to talk about? Am I still having the surgery? Here's the thing with the surgery, right? I want to get the surgery done in America, right? And to do that, I got to lose 58 pounds. So I'm on a sincere diet attempt right now, and I'm going to be on it till April 21st. If I haven't made any kind of weight loss progress, and the weight loss progress is 20 pounds, if I haven't lost at least 20 pounds in a month and a half, 7 weeks, right, I'm going to get the surgery done in Mexico. I'm not going to make my choice on getting the surgery or not based off fallout on the internet. If there's ever a time I back out the surgery, I will do it because I felt like it's the best route for me to take. But as it sits right now, I'm trying to lose weight to get the surgery done in America. Why are you not wanting to go to Mexico anymore? Let me get a pamphlet. Let me get a pamphlet and I'll show you. Oh, yeah, back. All right, this is the Conway Patients Group, Conway Physicians Group, Bariatric General Surgery Information Packet. In this thing, I got this from meeting with a bariatric surgeon here in Conway. It tells you all the little downfalls that you'll run into if you were happen to get the surgery. Like for example, everybody scars differently, right? So when somebody cuts you, let me show you here in the pamphlet here. This is where I'll be getting right here. This is called the sleeve gastrectomy surgery, right? So if you see right there, what they do is they cut your stomach in like a banana shape and they remove it. Right? So what happens, something that can happen there is that everybody scars differently. And sometimes when you're healing, it takes about 2 months for the swelling to go down and the scarring to recede. But as it's scarring, there's a chance that it can actually close your intestines up. See, like a hole is normally around this big for your intestines, so food can travel easily in and out. Well, if that scarring comes, it can actually close that hole to about that size. It's called restricture. And that will cause you immense pain, and the doctor has to go back in and open that back up for you, right? So that's one of the complications about the surgery. And I'm talking about why I'm trying not to go to Mexico at this point. Not because why I'm not anything like that. Another thing that can happen is they're going to cut you 5 places. They're going to cut you here, 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 and here. There's going to be 5 incisions on the surgery itself.
All right, run it again.
And when those 5 incisions scar, there's a chance they can kink your intestines, right? And the scar tissue kinking your intestines will basically twist your intestines like this, and it's super painful, right? So like that's something else that there's a 50% chance it will come out. There's a 50% chance it won't come out, and that's another reason I have to go back in, open the incision back up, unkink the intestines, and sew it back up. So. And there's also a chance for bleeding, internal bleeding. There's a chance for leaks. There's a chance for death. The death comes from a thing called, what did he call it? A cerebral embolus? What it is basically a blood clot forms in your leg during the surgery, and that blood clot travels up into your heart and causes you to have a heart attack. That's the main way you die during the surgery. And I haven't talked to the Mexican physician yet, but I know this guy counters that. Like for example, he puts on leg vibrators and stuff like that during the surgery to keep the blood flow, and he also puts you on blood thinners before you go into surgery, at least 2 weeks, so that your blood's nice and thin. But when you have the surgery itself, which I'm not going to have any of that when I actually go to the Mexican doctor, because I'm not going to be on any kind of like blood thinners when I go there. So like I'll have normal blood patterns. I know for a fact that Dr. Garcia, he has a 4% failure rate, whereas Dr. Nazir has a 0% failure rate. You know, so like everything for me is leaning towards having it done in America for safety, right? It costs $16,800 in America. It costs around $7,000 with plane tickets and everything to have it done in Mexico. So like that's the reason I'm trying to lose the weight now. But like but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let people pressure me. Like I'm gonna make the choice when I feel like it's the right to make the choice. And I have the money. I have the money because that's the reason I set the donation goal so high. I set it at $25,000 to not only cover the surgery, but to cover everything else that goes with the surgery. Plane tickets, passports, doctor's visits, blood thinners, medicines. You know, there's a whole lot of money that goes into this. But like, that's everything I know about the surgery right now. So like, basically what it is, I'm not going to get my passports until about April 14th to the 16th. And my birthday is April 21st. So like, by the time my birthday rolls around, I'll have my passports and all the things ready, so I could easily just set a surgery up for Mexico if I feel like I'm struggling to lose the weight. That's where I'm at. Oh, I've lost 8 pounds, because I was 8 or 9 pounds. I was 468, but I'm now 459, 458, somewhere in that ballpark. I might be even less than that now, because I haven't weighed myself since I started losing weight. I got to lose right around 60 pounds. What part of the stuff I just talked about sounded like I wasn't going to get the surgery? Like seriously, like which part of the conversation we had? I was talking about why I didn't want to get the surgery in Mexico, and I'd rather get the surgery done in America. I have to lose 60 pounds to get done in the USA. I don't have to lose anything to get done in Mexico. I need to lose 20 pounds. Like I want to lose 20 pounds. If I'm 460-ish, I want to be 440-ish by my birthday. If I'm 440-ish, I'm going to keep pushing with the weight loss. If I'm not 440-ish, I'm going to Mexico. First off, I didn't have anything planned when I was asking for donations. All I know is that I want to not be fat anymore. And this is one pathway to not being fat anymore, right? And like to say that, yes, I got more donations than normal. But I was getting more donations than normal before I even started. Like, yo, I could really save money for this surgery. Granted, there was 2 huge days where I had lots of donations. And that was about, I want to say probably, what was that? $6,000 that was donated strictly for the surgery. And I originally didn't plan on making the donations this fast. I didn't plan on having the money saved up until like the end of this year, or maybe midway through next year. I got the money way faster than I originally thought about. So like, I also got to factor in, I'm going to have to pay taxes on this money as well. When you get $4,500 in donations, 33% of that's got to go straight to Uncle Sam. Like I said, if I ever back out, it's my discretion to back out. I'm not going to let people pressure me. But this is my game plan right now. And the only reason I'm saying that is like, if I lose 70 pounds, like, I figured out how to lose weight. Why not just keep going with it? You know, that's the road I'm crossing now. Because 60, 70 pounds, that's a lot of fucking weight to lose. Why are people even saying rip? I'm not backing out the surgery right now. I just laid out the plan and everything for you guys right here. And like, you're like, oh, like I've seen, I went to a bariatric surgeon. I got a fucking thing with a nutritionist here coming up soon from Conway Hospital. Like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about? Well, first off, all you guys here are just trolls, honestly. And second off, I always will keep it on the back of my mind that, yo, I have the ability to back out because I can die during this. Die. Like, rip wings. So, like, unless I'm 100% sure with everything, that's when I sign off on that. So, like, I'm not going to let people rush me. I'm not going to be like, oh, if you don't get the surgery done in X amount of days or X amount of months, you're going to thing. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm taking the fucking steps. People are seeing me take the fucking steps. I'm done. Have a good day, guys.